Hey guys, this is DJ Ram casting for you along with co-caster IML, IMZ. He'll also be the analyst today. On the purple side, we have Clueless Gaming, and on the versing the blue side, Maleficent Gaming. So we've already seen the Sejuani and the Oriana band from Maleficent Gaming, along with the Ari band now. And on the purple side, we've seen the Rumble and the Kazakhs band. So I'll just pass this on to IMLIMZ for some analyst work.
Yeah. On the blue side, we see some, AoE comp bans, which the purple team played out last game. Like the Oriana and the Sejuani, which they used as a wombo combo. And the Ari ban is targeted against the mid laners Expose, who's pretty much, pretty comfortable on these three champs, Ari, Oriana and LeBlanc. I think we can expect a first pick LeBlanc from the blue team. Let's wait and see. Well,
go on.
Well, on the other hand, the purple team has banned out Rumble and Kazakhs, which are both, comfortable picks for tons of damage and Devils, respectively. Tons of damage plays a lot of Rumble and Devils mains Kazakhs, so they're pretty much banned out.
Yeah, so as a mid lane main yourself, I mean, you're an amazing mid laner for Team Figget, and I do have to ask you, Sexforce plays a really well-maintained LeBlanc. So what do you think about that? Because they haven't banned out the LeBlanc, but they have picked it. Aurora has picked it up for the blue team. But if it had gone on to Sexforce, what do you think would have been the outcome?
I think he would have managed to snowball. I think he's a very, very good mid laner with a great potential. So he would have pretty much snowballed and helped his team to victory. But since the blue team has picked it up, Sam1234, he mains only LeBlanc, so he's pretty much basically a one-trick pony. So I think we can expect him to play, produce the same results too.
Well, let's hope that he can produce some really good results on LeBlanc. But we see a Corki pickup. I was just talking about this with Devils. Corki has hybrid damage, just real all-out strong damage, amazing poke. He does fall off in late game. So what do you think about that late game Corki? Because he does fall off.
But even though he does fall off, but he'll still manage to do some pretty much considerable amount of damage in late game. And he can still poke with his missiles too. So I think he won't be completely useless, but he wouldn't have a power spike compared to a Caitlyn or a Vayne late game, or even a Jinx.
Okay, so this is one thing that I've been noticing with team, the purple team, that is Clueless Gaming. They've always picked up teams that are AoE centric. They've always thought about the AoE damage, and look at them just picking up Vladimir now, and they've also got the Corki with his rockets, and I'm guessing they're gonna go for, well, they don't have Sejuani or Oriana anymore, but they will definitely pick up something that's AoE centric because that's just their typical style, and it seems to be working for them. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think they pretty much play AoE based comps. They are pretty much comfortable with it and they've practiced a lot with it, I think. King Bradley, he mains Wukong. I think we can see a Wukong pick now because he's played a lot of Wukong in solo queue, in the rank 5, so I think it should be a Wukong this time, judging by the AoE comps they're going.
Fair enough. We actually did see a Wukong in your previous game, did we not? And how did you think that went out? I mean, how did you fare on the Wukong at that time? We saw Gautam Iverson playing the Wukong.
I think it really worked out pretty well for them. He actually pretty much managed to kill me every time, solo, diving in between 4 people. I was completely rendered useless late game. It was all just the AD carry doing the work, hard work.
Fair enough. And you were right. They did get the Wukong out, so I think King Bradley will be seeing a Wukong out for King Bradley, and that's complete AoE. That's their team right now. That's Clueless Gaming right now. They've got a completely AoE-centric team. They've got the Morgana pickup. They're looking to get some stuns out there. And we see a surprising Gragas pick. I haven't seen this in quite a while. We might see a Lichbane Gragas. What kind of, if they do end up picking up Gragas, what kind of build do you think would be the best way to go about with Gragas?
I think I've seen Todd play the Gragas, and I think he's gonna play tanky Gragas. So it should be the Iceborne and the pretty much the Bruiser kind of build. He won't be picking up any AP items, that early.
Fair enough, fair enough. I just saw that troll Timo just sitting around. I mean, I would love to see a Timo one of these times. I mean, he's the most hated champ in league, but I'd just love to see something like that. But we do see a Janna pickup. Yeah, so we have a Janna and mostly a Gragas pickup for sure. And he'll be a tanky bruiser, as you said. And we'll just have to see what the mid. I'm guessing, yeah, we'll have to see what the mid laner for Clueless Gaming will be. I'm not quite sure if Vladimir is the best mid laner right now. So, yeah, okay. So Vlad is going mid, and we have a Na top. So, which team do you think has a better chance throughout the game?
I think it depends on the way they play it. If the purple team manages to scale up pretty much with the Vladimir, Nar, and Corki into mid game, I think they can pretty much easily win fights by the mid game phase. But on the other hand, the blue team has LeBlanc. If the LeBlanc plays really well, she can actually make it a 4v5. She can pop someone even before the team fight starts, and pretty much 4v5 you can force objectives, take dragons, everything. So it depends on the skill.
Yeah, I was just talking about the LeBlanc's double distortion. Well, how would you back up your combos? Like, would you go double distortion, sigil, and then chain, or do you use different methods for different times with the LeBlanc?
It actually depends. If the target is pretty much near you, you can just double. You can just go double sigil and single distortion and destroy him completely. But if he is pretty much pretty far, and he should be at least 50% or 75% HP. Only then you can double distort and sigil and ethereal chain him. Only then he'll pop out. If he's at 100% HP, you can't actually pop him with double distortion.
Okay, since I've always thought of you as a really, really good LeBlanc player, I'm really bad at LeBlanc, so I'm just going to take some tips from you. So, what do you think would be the best way to play LeBlanc during the laning phase?
There's only one trick to play LeBlanc: be aggressive. That's it. There's only one trick.
Be aggressive.
Yeah.
That's a solid way to look at it.
Yeah. Because with LeBlanc, you can easily outrate the opponent, and it depends. You should have a very aggressive mindset, and when the enemy laner is gonna come and farm, when he's gonna last it, at that point you just combo him every single time.
That's a good solid way to play LeBlanc. We also see the Rammus coming out. I saw an earlier play by Best Rammus at SEA. I think that game the Rammus played a huge role. It was a huge factor in them winning the game. So how do you think this Rammus pickup goes with the team? How does it connect with this particular team?
I think Ramos pickup is pretty good if he does manage to create some early pressure. But the purple side has Morgana, Corki, and this one Vladimir. Everyone has a form of disengage from Ramos. So Nar can just hop away, Vladimir can just pull away, while the Morgana just can just black shield herself. The Corki can Valkyrie away, and the Wukong can just use his W decoy. So Ramos would not have been the best of pickups for this game. I think they could have gone with something else, but still, let's see how it passes.
Let's see, and we also see that the Vladimir decided to pick up the Ghost. I've seen many Vladimirs use Ghost, some really effectively. I've even seen Ericsson, that is from the NALCS, using Ghost effectively on Vladimir, and he uses it all the time on Vladimir. So how do you think the Ghost over Flash? Is Ghost better than Flash, or is Flash better than Ghost?
If it depends on what kind of comp the enemy has. If the enemy has someone like they have point target CC stuns, you should be skill shot CC or stuns, you should be picking up Flash. But if they don't have good range form CC, I think you can just go with Ghost to maintain
that is some good analytical work. So right now we have a Na versus Gragas top lane. We all
Yeah.
know that the Na's third hits, the health-based damage is really strong. But we also know that the Gragas's casks that he puts out are strong too. So will this be an even lane, or do you think that the Gragas will eventually just beat the Na?
Well, I think the top lane should go pretty even, because both of them are pretty experienced on the champions they play. I think they'll manage to just keep the lane uh, pretty much not pushed, and they'll farm up. I think it should be a peaceful lane probably.
I'm also looking forward to this Corki versus the Graves because, as far as I know, Graves doesn't take a lot of damage. You've played quite a bit of Graves, so Graves doesn't take a lot of damage because of his passive. And with the game has just gone underway, we're hoping that no pauses are there because for the past 4 games we've had pauses. We're hoping there are no pauses. But going back to the Graves, Graves has his passive, which is extremely strong in my opinion, and he takes absolutely no damage. So we know that Corki puts out a lot of burst with his Q, the Sheen proc, and his ultimate, that is the rockets. So who do you think would win lane, Graves versus Corki, with the supports of course?
I think Graves, Jana, if played right, they can outride a Cocky Morgana. If manage
we
to.
might be seeing a 5v5 right over here. We might be seeing a 5v5 right over here, and there might be a first blood though. But Corki sadly misses his flash bomb, and he misses, and they just disengage and walk back. So you continue, IMLMZ.
Well, I think Graves and Jana should outrade Corki because they have the buckshot to get the level 2 first. It's a pretty good wave clear tool, and I think if they hit level 2 first, they should go for a trade.
Oh, you're saying that Graves should go for a trade?
Yeah, of course. He can pretty much outrate the Corki. I think he can just E out Corki's phosphorus bomb and pretty much buckshot him in the face. So if he manages to dodge the Morgana binding, I think the Graves and Jana can come out on top.
Fair enough. So folks, we've just had a slight pause. This is a recurring effect, and I attribute it to the Indian internet, but you just know how it works out. People are DCing continuously, and hopefully we will have it back in game, and they are resuming. So we'll be back in 5 seconds. So continuing talking about the Graves and the Corki. So basically, early game, based on IML's analytical work, we're assuming that the Graves, or we're expecting that the Graves will outtrade the Corki. And where do you think first blood is likely to happen?
I think if both the junglers go head mid lane, I think it should be on should be mid lane, because Vladimir has Ghost, and if Ramus and LeBlanc manage to change their CC properly, I think they can get first blood on him.
This is a surprising start. We've got Ramus up at Gromp, and we've also got Wukong up at down at Gromp. So will Ramus be coming down to gank bot first, or will he gank mid first? That's the question we have to figure out now.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty much unorthodox route for a jungler to start.
Got another pause over here. Yeah, it is an unorthodox route. You'd usually see the blue side jungler starting down at the Krugs and moving his way up to the top, right? Surprisingly here, they're actually starting both at Gromp. I think Wukong has started perfectly at Gromp. We're having a resume. So what do you think about the start? Like, is it good for Wukong, or is it better for Ramus, or is it just their playstyle?
I think Ramus wants to I think the top laner just wants to farm all day. Gragas just wants to farm, and he doesn't need any gank. So he's gonna be Ramus is gonna be focusing on mid lane and bot lane, judging by his start. He'll have the red buff for more time, so that he can gank more. He'll take the red buff late.
You mean Ramus will be taking the red? Oh yes.
Yeah.
So Ramus will be taking the red buff late. Yeah, okay. So I have another question over here with Morgana. We see that she's bought the Spell Thief's Edge, which is solid. But what about a Morgana with Talisman? Do you think a Morgana with Talisman would be good?
Well, I think Morgana should go with the Spell Thief's Edge because Her W procs a Spell Thief's Edge, passive pretty easily, and she can get more gold from a Spell Thief's Edge. And spell when it upgrades into a Frost Queen, it actually works well, synergizes well with your ultimate.
Oh, fair enough. You slow them and then walk straight in.
Yeah, that's it.
That's good. I mean, that's a solid way to play it. I've never thought of it like that. But now we're just saying that Wukong is going B, just as a normal jungler does, and we see Rammus teleporting back too. But there's one thing that I haven't realized. It always happens to me. I always happen to see that junglers are really low near their wraith camps. That is, forgive me, I've actually forgotten what they're raptor camps. So they're really low. Like they have 1 bar health at raptor camp. Why doesn't the enemy mid laner just walk up to that raptor camp and kill them? I just never see that happening.
Because when the enemy mid laner goes away from the lane, there will be an immediate ping from the friendly mid laner. So it'll be a 2v1, and the enemy mid laner might probably die over there without the help of his jungle. So
basically, the only thing that the enemy jungler, or we might see a pull up on Vladimir. We might see a kill on Vladimir. They're going pretty hard. Vladimir's just been ignited, but LeBlanc has been caught out by the Wukong. The Wukong is chasing the right clone, surprisingly, and he just misses her because she's just distorted out. But going back to that, so basically all that the junglers have to depend on is pings from the mid laner. If the mid laner doesn't ping properly, then the jungler dies. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So and I think when you're trying to cover that much distance, you lose CS, you lose the experience advantage. So when it's gonna be a mid laner like Zed or someone, and he gets level 6 first, you'll instantly get popped.
We just saw a flash out by Gragas. That's a summoner down for him, but that was nearly a kill on Na. It was so close, but then he just turned into Mega Na just the nick of time, which is really good playing from SWAT1234. We've seen him play some really good plays, and just see the teleport back from the Gragas, and he'll just be clearing out that wave. Na will probably go back, and he does. Just see the Wukong just clearing out his Krugs. The Ram is just bolting around the map, just figuring out what he wants to do. Vladimir's just sent LeBlanc back to the base. And the CS differences aren't that huge, but Vladimir does have a 6 CS lead over LeBlanc. What do you think about this, IML? Because I was thinking that you said that LeBlanc has to be aggressive. So if someone is that aggressive, shouldn't they have more CS?
No, actually LeBlanc has one problem, which is CSing. She can't CS properly because all her abilities are just bursts and tricks. So she doesn't have a decent form of wave clear.
Fair enough. We might see first
without a W or ult.
And we just see Ram is going down, and we might see another kill on Wukong unless his decoy comes up. I think Wukong's dead. That flash was just poor flash from Wukong, but he still might get a kill. And Wukong just goes down to the distortion from Sam12345 on the LeBlanc. This was beautiful play from the LeBlanc. Really do have to respect that play. And as you're saying, so LeBlanc has a problem with CSing, but just right there. So the only way LeBlanc can get ahead in lane is basically getting kills, right?
No, she can CS properly if the lane is kept in the middle. If you push a LeBlanc under tower, she can't CS properly. That's why Morgana is a counter to LeBlanc. You just keep pushing the lane under the tower, and you have the black shield to safeguard you from a burst. So that's how you counter
that's
LeBlanc.
Basically all you have to do. Okay. So that's, for all of you people who hate LeBlanc, I hate LeBlanc, but I still play her. So for all of you who hate LeBlanc, you just got the analytical work, play Morgana and beat her. That's the best way to go about it. And we just see up top, just SWAT1234 just on his Na, just poking away, pushing the Gragas under tower, just CSing under tower. We see that he's got some damage on the tower, not too much. And we might be seeing a lane gang from Wukong. He is still going slow, and they go on the Janna, and the Janna is probably going to be dead, and the Janna is going down. I'm waiting for her to go down. We see the Valkyrie from Corki, and the Janna might just escape. Corki just burns his heal, and wow, that is a miraculous escape from Janna, and Corki might just die to LeBlanc. I think Corki is going to die to LeBlanc. and he does. This is what I mean. Is this poor shot calling, or is this poor? Well, Janna just goes down. Well, that was expected. Janna goes down to Vlad, and I don't know why Ramos is still chasing. But do you think this is poor coordination from Clueless Gaming? Because we just saw the Corki chase so far out and die to the LeBlanc. Was it worth it?
No, I think it was not worth it. He burned Flash also to chasing his Janna, but
Yeah, he also burnt his heal.
yeah. It was totally not worth it, and he didn't even get the kill on Janna. So you should go back sometimes. When you see an enemy running with
it's
such
just
low
not worth
HP.
it, especially with Janna, because she's got the movement speed and she's got her tornadoes for knockup. Even for Janna with low mana, it will come up at some point or other. We see some aggressive play from Gragas up top, and he just accidentally pushes the Nara away, and we see a mid lane gank on the LeBlanc, but the LeBlanc will probably escape, and she does. She just puts out an ethereal chain as a fadeaway. See the Nara taking quite a bit of damage. The Rammus is just rolling on about. I think it's a drive-by Rammus, and he is coming around. Might be going on the Vladimir, but Vladimir does have Blood Pool available in 3 seconds. The Ramos gets knocked up, and we might see a double kill over here, or at least a kill. Oh, maybe not. There's some pro plays. We see a great flash from Rammus, and we see the LB going. Oh my god, the LB just got shut down by the jungler. We also see the Rammus go down, but he does take down Vladimir under tower. Vladimir just stuck around for a little too long under the tower. Was not particularly sure if it was worth it, but I'm pretty sure a kill to the jungler for a kill to a mid lane was definitely worth it. We see up top, the Gragas taking quite a bit of damage. Tons of damage is taking tons of damage. And Swag1234 is just, I don't know, he's on the fadeaway, and tons of damage is going back to base, and he'll probably teleport back up. And yeah, so about that fight, IML, we just saw LeBlanc coming back in to get the kill on Wukong and failing miserably. What do you think about that?
I think she just went for the wrong one. She went for the clone instead of the real Wukong, so that's why
And
she
what
failed
is that?
to get
Is that
the
a
kill.
greedy play? Do you think it was just a little too greedy and that she should have just gone B?
I think she was a little bit unfortunate over there. I think if she pulled it out perfectly, it would have been a good play. I think a little bit unfortunate.
Okay, so
over
so
there.
that was definitely a good choice, but the thing is that she was just unfortunate to get caught up with the clone and the actual Wukong.
Yeah,
Fair
and
enough.
she had
So that
no
was
way
still
to
a good play.
differentiate between the clone and the actual one over there. He had
Yeah,
no
true,
buffs in
true, true.
particular, I guess.
Fair enough. And also in the moment, like, she'll be so stressed that she has to think about getting the kill or running away. That's fair enough. Give her the benefit of the doubt, and we might be seeing a Wukong lane gank, but that bush is warded. I don't know what Wukong is planning on. I've always thought about there are 2 bushes that are warded, and none of them have lenses. Is this even good for them to be lane ganking like this without lenses?
I think the junglers should have swapped lenses by now, but I don't know. I think they prefer vision more than clearing out wards and ganking lanes.
Fair enough, but the thing is, yeah, as you said, if they prefer vision over ganking lane, especially with a champion like Wukong, who comes in invisible, and we might see a kill on Nar, or we just see the Nar flashing away. We see a double stun into the tower. The Nar might just live, and he actually goes down. The Nar goes down. Just unfortunate that
And
he has to
Vladimir is,
turn to bring down.
cutting them on
He's just
top
coming
lane.
up. Yeah, Vlad is just flanking up, and he might be going on the Gragas, and hopefully he is looking for a kill on Gragas. If he can get one more Q, or sadly he misses out,
Meanwhile in
and
bot lane, there's a
Vlad
pretty much
nearly goes down.
3v3 going
There's
on,
a
and
solid 3v3 at bot lane. And I'm Zed. You continue with this 3v3. You can analyze as
and
you.
I think the friendly Graves goes down, and what else? It's just complete, havoc going around here. And Corki
just
is
see
about
this.
to go down to Ramos, and Ramos
Wow.
dies. It's just 1-for-1 trades all over the place. I think
The best part here is Morgana has the red buff now, and she's just gonna keep chasing and chasing this. Oh, this is pure havoc. This is Well played, actually. This is well played by Morgana. She played it really well. She just hid in the bush because she knew she had no mana. She couldn't help out anyone there too much, and she did her best to stay alive till the end. And she made it a 3 for 2. So yeah, so 3 for 2. So that was really good on Morgana's part. And I also want to talk about this Vladimir chasing up top. He nearly died under tower, and I'm not particularly sure if that was really wise of Vladimir to just go down against Gragas, because we know that Gragas can just drink his bottle of wine or his whole gallon of wine, and he, I don't know, he just health regions. And so, what do you think? So, is it safe for Vladimir to just be diving under tower, even if a Gragas is low?
I think I didn't. Oh. I think Vladimir could have dialed properly if he played it out properly, and he had his sanguine pool.
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought, but I was like thinking maybe he should have thought about it a little better, because I really think this Vladimir is doing okay, but he's failing a little bit. And we just see SWAT 1, 2, 3, 4 going in with us now, and he pushes him away. I don't think he should have pushed him away, and I think he might be going down at top. He's definitely going down at top. He has no flash available. Let's see who takes the kill. Oh, he's got the movement speed buff. This is well played by Na, and he is running away. He's just jumped away. I think Na might just get away from them, and he does. I am so. Oh wow! This LeBlanc just comes in, sigil and ethereal chain, and let's see if oh, okay, tons of damage, takes out the Na for a kill towards Gragas, and the Gragas has a stat of 103, and he's nearly completed. Okay, let's just keep going on with this. I think the Vladimir is definitely dead. The Vladimir is going to die out to tons of damage yet again. So Gragas has a stat of 203 now, and the whole lot of tanky Rammus just goes down. So yeah, so going back to this Gragas now, he's got a stat of 203, and he has nearly completed his Rod of Ages. So what do you think about this Gragas? It's a really good pickup.
Yeah, I think in a little bit of time the Rod of Ages is gonna stack, and he'll have a little bit of tankiness and also damage now, and he doesn't have to worry about his mana too. So that the Rod of Ages becomes a very good pickup for the Gragas early up when he's winning lane. And I think since LeBlanc is fed also, they can pretty much manage the mid game power spike coming up from Koki and Nar.
So I have this big question. So we see that Gragas has also picked up a null magic mantle. Is that for his boots, or is he actually building magic resist against Nar?
Well, I think it should be up for his boots basically, because they have a lot of CC and magic damage also.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, because he's facing a Nar. He doesn't need magic resist right now, but we might see King Bradley go down, and King Bradley Bradley does go down before he can, his ult was on CD, and we see an amazing ult. There's some wombo combos all over the place, and the Rammus is just caning up. We also see a beautiful ult from Graves. The collateral damages wrecks everyone, but
and this should be an easy dragon for the blue team. I think. Oh, the red side will decide to contest it anyway.
I'm not particularly sure if this is a good idea, because Graves can pretty much just EQ and kill everyone, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. But the the blue team is taking harass from the Dragon too, and they have to worry about this. And we might see a kill on Morgana if Graves is lucky enough. Oh, Graves' buckshot just misses out, but tons of damage does take him out with his wine.
I think they should back out now since the Wukong is coming around.
Yeah, the Wukong has spawned up again. King Bradley is coming around for the kill shot. Okay, King Bradley might be looking to take the Raptors. Maybe decides to back off. They're actually going for the Dragon. Is this a good choice?
Yeah, actually, this is a very good choice, because that was a very good beautiful play coming out from the LeBlanc, but she should have destroyed it back.
That was yeah, LeBlanc actually just escapes from Vladimir's ult, but I think LeBlanc might die if she stays around for too long. Oh, that was beautiful. well played by Tons of Damage and LeBlanc. And Tons of Damage might be looking for a double kill here. And oh, that was beautiful. That was unfortunate. He nearly got it there, and see the LeBlanc just looking for a kill. That was definitely a good try, but Koki just Valkyries away to save. And you can just see the health bars over here. King Bradley's health is about, I don't know, it's like 0.1 over bar. That's how low it was. It was like 10 health, and we still see Vulcan on his Morgana, just looking to stop this dragon. This dragon fight has been going on for the past 3 minutes, so you can pretty much see how important these dragons are. So, Zed, please tell me, like, what do you think, how important are these dragons? Is it worth dying for?
I think the dragons, 1 and 3 doesn't, give you that much of a boost. It's just, 6% stats. But the dragons... 2 and 4 give you a lot. They help you push lanes faster, clear waves faster, get towers faster. More movement speed also. Yeah, basically, dragons 1 and 3 are for solo queue, but whereas 2, 4, and 5, they are for the team oriented games.
Yeah, because 2 pretty much gives you that siege power, right? So for that siege power, you usually want it in when you're going in for team-oriented fights. That's really good.
But in the thing is, if you start giving the dragons, pretty easily, it's just gonna be the first dragon, and in a short amount of time, it will start stacking up, and the 5th dragon, danger is always there.
Fair enough. So we're reaching the mid game, and we've only seen 1 dragon go down. So the thing with well, this is semi-professional, but the thing with professional gaming is you see those early like Udyr pickups and Warwick pickups, and you see them picking up dragon at like around 6 or 7 minutes. Even with Nunu, you see those 5-minute dragon pickups. And what is the difference between the Pro League and the Semi-Pro League, considering dragons? We might see King Bradley just go down here, but apparently not. King Bradley escapes. We see Sexburst just coming around, and well, we see the distortion coming back, and LeBlanc just goes down to Gragas. LeBlanc goes down to Vladimir, and Vladimir is trying to pick up his kill on his double kill on the Rammus, and he's chasing Tons of Damage around the map right now. And let's see how Tons of Damage handles this. And he just sends out a cask, drinks some wine, and looks for a kill on Sexburst right now. But we just see the Black Shield coming out, and Morgana might try to kill off this Gragas. But Gragas is just too tanky. Did you see that, Zed? Just how tanky Gragas was there.
I think,
what? Yeah, continue.
We now see, Graves, shoving down the bot tower, looking at Morgana's roam mid. I think this is a pretty good, short call from the blue side.
So, this red side, they're down by 2.5k gold, and they're losing people real fast. I'm not sure about what Vladimir was doing there. He just overstayed his welcome, and he was just sitting there, just ready to die. I don't know what his plan was, but it didn't work out properly. And yeah, so I was just talking about the Pro League and this. Okay, we might see a 3v1 at bot. It was unfortunate that Janna just decided to go back to base just at that time. King Bradley might be looking for a kill, and they decide to back off. Do you think that maybe King Bradley should have just dove that turret?
No. Because Graves are both heal and flash, so it would have been a fail if. And Wukong pretty much didn't have flash, so it would have ended up in a negative result for the Wukong.
Fair enough. And he also didn't go for the aggressive smite. He took Ranger's Trailblazer, so he doesn't have the smite on the champions. So fair enough. And yeah, so I really do want to talk about this semi-professional versus professional gaming. So considering dragons, what do you think is the difference between semi-professional and professional players?
I think there's not much difference, between the semi-pro and the pro league in terms of dragon, dragon early dragons and stuff. Even in the pro league, people don't lane swap pretty much, in the Indian scene. So you don't get to see early dragons that much. Only when the
Fair enough.
mid laner and the bot lane falls down, do we see dragons taken up.
So
So it's
I
pretty
don't
much
want
all
to
the
give.
same here.
Yeah, so I don't want to give away too much from your game tomorrow, but will you be planning on switching lanes, swapping over to the 2v1 ADC and support versus the top or something like that? Something new?
No, I think we'll pretty much try the normal ones. We know because we are not, pretty much proficient enough in lane swapping and stuff. You need more
Fair enough,
practice,
fair enough.
as a team to grow and lane
That's a
swap and play it properly.
Yeah, so that's a good idea. So you guys are hopefully you guys come out well in tomorrow's game. We'll hope the best. But right now we see that the blue team, that is, we've got tons of damage just standing there, just being a beast on his champion, just waiting to. He's just looking for a kill right now. Whereas Clueless Gaming, they're looking pretty clueless right now. They're just roaming around the map. They have no idea what's happening at mid. There are 4 people at mid just taking down the tower, and Clueless Gaming is completely separated. Morgana is going to go down in an instant. She does. We see an ult from Wukong, just got a 5-man knockup pretty much, but they're still going to be taken out. Graves gets an amazing collateral damage, and he takes down Wukong. He's going for the Na, but it's a 2v now. It's a 1v3 now. And that was beautiful from LeBlanc. LeBlanc just showing us the jukes from LeBlanc are amazing. LeBlanc might be looking for another kill on. Oh, that was unfortunate. And LeBlanc misses a Wraithroll chain, but she still tries to escape. But we can see that Clueless Gaming has just won that team fight. And I take it back. They are not clueless. They have this all planned out. They know what they're doing. So, what do you think about that fight, Zed?
I think the blue team should have come out on top, but they misplayed it pretty hard. After picking out the Morgana, picking out someone that early, I think you shouldn't lose a fight. The positioning of the AD carry and the support was not actually proper.
Yeah, you can also see that the red team, that is Clueless Gaming, is moving towards the dragon right now, and we see a teleport coming in from blue team. Tons of damage teleporting in. We also see SWAT 1, 2, 3, 4 teleporting in. Might be seeing an all-out team fight yet again, and Janna nearly gets taken down. We see the Grag as a tanky man himself just sitting around, and Janna goes down just waiting for it to happen, and the Wukong is taking hits from the dragon now, and this is a Graves versus Graves just gets taken down by Na. Na dies to the LeBlanc, and you can see King Bradley just looking around to see if he can still go back and take the dragon or kill the Rammus. But this might not go in the favor of blue team. They actually take down both Rammus and the LeBlanc, and they might be looking to go for the dragon. So this fight, it could have gone both ways. I just think that the blue team is continuously misplaying fights. What do you think, Zed?
Yeah, I think they are making the wrong decisions right now. They shouldn't actually go in 5v5 against the red team's comp. The red team exactly wants what they're actually getting what they want. They're getting 5v5 fights, which in which they can pretty much easily dominate with the AOE things and Corky's power spike now. Corky has a Triforce now.
Yeah, we were just talking about their AOE comp, and we just see a pause coming out. So continue, Zed, you were saying.
So you should pretty much let your LeBlanc go and kill somebody, or at least take them low. Take either the Corky or Morgana low, and then start a fight.
Corky or the Morgana. Yep. Okay, that is right. So I think LeBlanc just misplayed it hard, because when she distorted into the Wukong, he ulted. He held his ult just for that moment. So when LB distorted into the Wukong, he had like 2 bars of health, and he ulted, which pretty much cancelled LB's distortion damage. And I'm not sure if that's a bug or if that's intended, but that played out really well to Clueless Gaming's favor. And Maleficent Gaming has been looking kind of poor with this comp now, because they were doing so well in the early game that so well now.
Yeah. I think they're being pretty impatient right now. They should calm down, short call properly.
Yeah, they should really think about what they're doing because, as you saw, as soon as they saw that Clueless Gaming was going straight to the dragon, you could see that early, teleport in by Gragas. That is tons of damage. He just immediately teleports in and he gets caught up and he dies. But in the previous team fights, the only reason that Maleficent Gaming won those team fights is because Gragas managed to live and he managed to take down most of them. I might see Sam 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just being taken down now. He gets ulted by the Vladimir. He jukes back and he still dies. That ult damage is just too much for LeBlanc to handle. She is a squishy champion and if she gets ulted, she dies. That's how it is.
Yeah, I think, they're just misplaying it, more and more now.
Yeah, I think LeBlanc was just in the wrong place. And you can just see this Graves just using this ult to wave clear. You don't ever want to be in this position. We have a team fight now. Graves just goes down immediately and the tanky Rammus just stays back. But just going back to what you were saying before, you remember how you said that this Rammus pick is probably not a good pick for this team. I think you were right about that, Zed. You were quite right about the fact that this Rammus pick is not a good pick for this team. And they're just getting wrecked.
If you're gonna go Rammus, actually, you should have a different team comp, not this one, not a team comp like this actually.
Yeah. So what kind of team comp would you suggest for a Rammus?
I think for a Rammus, you pretty much need a person, wait, let me think actually. There are not pretty much many Rammus players out there, and Rammus is not widely seen by me in the pro scene or rank. So,
but you don't see Rammus and them being pulled out in Korean and NALCS. I just think that Rammus is not in the meta right now. He's just not the champion that you want right now, and you have to specially make a team that is posed around Rammus to make it.
Yeah, I think Rammus would have been good if the Morgana was on their team. On the blue side, after Morgana snares a person, he can just go roll in and taunt the guy. So it should have been that way.
Another thing is if Morgana can black shield a Rammus and he can just like roll in without being interrupted by anyone. He can just walk straight in and just taunt someone and walk out. That's that easy, isn't it? I've seen some really good Rammus plays before. I just think this. Yeah, continue.
I think they should have picked Morgana first. So Morgana's if the Morgana was on the blue side, I think the Rammus would have worked perfectly for them. But unfortunately, they the red side first picked Morgana, and they were forced to pick a Janna.
I really like it. I mean, I don't particularly support the Rammus pick, but I like anyone who plays Rammus because it's such a gutsy pick. And we see Vladimir just getting caught out with the double ethereal chain, and he just gets wrecked. And Janna takes the bloodthirsty support kill. We always love bloodthirsty support kills. I mean, they're the best. When a support gets a kill, it's just everyone gets mad. I mean, no one wants kills on the support, and we might just see LeBlanc going down. LeBlanc does go down, sadly, and that's taken by the support too. So we see a support all in all, and see the hourglass coming out from Morgana.
I think my game crashed out. Let me reconnect, okay?
Fair enough. So Devils was my caster just a while ago, and Devils just dies now, so sad for him. And we see tons of damage, and he might just walk away. This is how tanky Gragas is. Gragas is just that tanky SOB. I don't mean to say that, but he is just that strong. And we might see a 31-minute Baron pickup by Clueless Gaming. And Corky just gets knocked up. They've got the vision control. The Gragas is trying to stop this, and he will get a kill. He gets a kill on Na. He might get a double kill on the Wukong. The Baron is definitely helping him, and tons of damage. Just walks out after interrupting the Baron. This is really well played by tons of damage. This is beautiful play. Top laner, as I've been giving a lot of credit to tons of damage. I mean, the name definitely suits him. He has done made so many plays around the map. His stats 8, 2, and
Okay,
7 with
what time are you
yeah.
on, Ram?
Sorry?
What time are you
I'm
on?
on 32, 20, 21. 32, 21. You just click live and it should come up. Yeah, so we see
Okay,
the
okay.
blue team just picking up the Baron now, and well, that changed around pretty quickly because just a minute ago we saw the red team, that is Clueless Gaming, trying to pick up the Baron and failing miserably because of tons of damage. That is the Gragas play. He just comes in, he Qs, hits him with the cask, and just uses his empowered basic damage where he drinks his wine, just smashes it on your head like any other drunk man does. And now we see Clueless Gaming going for the dragon, but Gragas' amazing Baron stop has pretty much saved Maleficent Gaming's game in this particular game. He SWAT 1, 2, 3, 4 being caught out, and Devils just backs off with his Rammus. And let's see if Maleficent Gaming can come back after they picked up the Baron. So, Zed, have you caught up? I guess Zed is still having some technical difficulties. He'll be with us shortly as an analyst. So now we're just spectating Six first. I do feel awkward saying his name, but regardless,
Okay, I'm back now, Ram. I'm pretty good now. Fine.
Yeah, so we're just talking about Vladimir, and he's completed his Zonias, which is definitely an advantage. We've also seen that blue team just picked up Baron. So with the power spikes and the going into late game, which team do you think is in the advantageous side right now?
The late game pretty much favors, the red side now, because the Wukong, the Morgana, and the Vladimir, along with the Gnarl, I think they can do pretty much more than a LeBlanc and a Gragas can do.
Fair enough. So if the blue team wanted to win this game, how could they do it?
I think just split them up, play them around the map, get objectives wisely. Rotate, do wise rotations, and use your LeBlanc properly. That's the only way to win this game now.
Especially with the Janna and the movement speed that she offers, the 3% passive movement speed, I think it should be easy for the blue team to rotate. But they just seem to be grouping up and letting the team Clueless Gaming, just back them around with the AoE. I mean, Clueless Gaming is completely centered around that AoE comp, but I think Maleficent Gaming, as you said, should be splitting up and moving around the map rather than sitting together and taking every single skill shot from Clueless Gaming straight to the face. That's exactly what's happening right now. So I think they're gonna go on for a fight, and they might be roaming top. Graves is moving to tower, hopefully. I think he might just be clearing. So right now, based on your review, you think that Clueless Gaming will win this game, right?
Yeah, probably they're gonna win because the blue team has almost wasted Baron now.
Yeah, they definitely wasted Baron. That's for sure. And we also see the bot lane. We see that massive bot minion set just pushing straight up to the tower. We also see a fight. So I'm just having some technical difficulties. Alright, yeah. So this is back for me. So we see them pushing straight up the mid lane and taking down the tower with ease, and we might see the tanky Rammus just go down. Wow, that was massive damage with the collateral damage and the ult from the Gragas. We see them going. Now just puts out this massive ult, and the Vladimir is just trying his best to clean up, but I think Vladimir will go down. The Gnar is getting some free damage on the Graves, but I think the Gnar will go down, even though he has Thornmail built up. Sorry, not a Thornmail, Warmogs built up. And they're just going to push up mid lane. This is basically essentially a 4v1 now. I mean, LeBlanc is going bot, so it's a 3v1 at mid lane if Gnar gets back to his turret. And we'll have the red team up in about 10 seconds, but I think they will get the second tier mid tower in just a tad bit. Zed, what do you think happened in that team fight? How did the blue team come out on top?
I think Graves pretty much got a lot of time. easy time to auto attack everyone in the team fight. He positions himself pretty much properly, and he manages to E out Wukong's ultimate. So he played it out perfectly in that team fight. So that's what went right for blue team.
We've just had a pause here because Morgana has had a slight DC, but Morgana is back now, and we should be heading back into the game in just a couple of seconds. So hold on, guys. So it is resuming now. We'll be back in about 5 seconds. Count that down if you want. And yep. So it was basically a mistake from the red team, is what you're saying.
Yeah. No, and I think the blue team played it out perfectly well. The team fight.
Okay, so it was some mistakes from the red team and some beautiful play from the blue team, and I think LeBlanc's just gonna go down now. She misses her ethereal chain, and she is going to get red. She's been altered by.
I think that was a waste of ultimate by Vladimir. There was no necessary.
Definitely. Yeah, so this particular, I mean, the way the game's been changing from the blue team to the red team, it's basically impossible to say who's going to win now, because the blue team seems to come out on top at times, and then the red team seems to come up at other times. What do you think about that?
Oh well, but I think it depends on how many mistakes each team make. I think the blue team is making more mistakes, compared to what the red team are doing. So I think red team will come out on top most of the time.
Also, I have to commend this Morgana. She has a score of 4-4 and 13 assists. And you were talking about her Frost Queen's claim and how she's used it really well, just tied it up with her ultimate, and her Zhonya's has been effective while using her ultimate. We just see that there's a 3-man camp at bot right now. They're hoping to get a pickup on someone, and might go wrong for them. Right now the red team has warded up the dragon. They look for a pick up their third dragon. This is actually quite late. I mean, it's a 40-minute third dragon. What do you think about this? 40 minutes for the third dragon.
Well, I think the dragons have been shared pretty much by both of the teams. It wasn't it was a back and forth game, and I think the red side has 3 dragons and the blue side has 2 dragons. So I think it's pretty okay to have 5 dragons in.
I don't know. And just going up to the the builds, we see that Rammus didn't pick up Thornmail, even though it's a good choice not to pick up a Thornmail considering that Corki is hybrid. But is there any point in picking up a Thornmail right now? There is a team fight going on right now, so we'll just get back to you on that. We see the Wukong going down. See the Morgana just Zhonya's out, and he does go down. So there's a double kill for the LeBlanc. There's still 5 people up for the blue. That is Maleficent Gaming. Sixpus just takes down the Janna, and LeBlanc gets a triple kill. And I think they might just push out to the bot lane. The only survivor of that team fight was Corki. So yeah, as I was saying, so the Thornmail pickup. We usually always see a Thornmail on a Rammus, right?
Yeah.
Do you think there's actually any point of a Thornmail this game?
I think he doesn't need a Thornmail this game, because there's not much hard AD damage coming out from the enemy team, and they're not pretty much auto attack reliant. All the champions on the red side are pretty much ability based. The Nar, the Corki, and the Wukong also. So I think there's no need for the Thornmail for the Rammus this game.
So we're just saying the bot lane tower go down for the red team, and blue team has definitely come back, and they've taken their second dragon for the blue team, and Gragas is just waiting for his dash out, and he does, and there's another pause.
Yeah, and I think I made a grave mistake right there. It's only two dragons and two dragons for the team. So
Yes.
I think they haven't pretty much prioritized dragon that much this game. They've pretty
Yeah,
much
even the control has been lacking.
yeah, they pretty much focused on small skirmishes all over the map rather than rotating over, pushing lanes and rotating over to dragon. So they just wanted team fights and wanted to see who comes out on top. After that, go for an objective. Instead, push a
Fair
lane.
enough.
Yeah, they're just doing it the hard way rather than the smart way, playing it around the
So
map.
yeah, you're quite right, Zed. So what I was looking at previously, actually one of the previous games, one of the teams were taking the dragon, the other one just rushed the baron immediately. And I think that was actually Clueless Gaming that rushed the baron. Clueless Gaming rushed the baron, while I forgot what the other team was. I think it was Nexus Destroyers. They took down the fifth dragon. What do you think, fifth dragon versus the baron buff? Which is better?
I think the fifth dragon is better if you're gonna go head on. If you're gonna go head on against the enemy team, the fifth dragon is way better because the wave. I think the fifth dragon is more gives you more than the baron actually,
Fair enough.
because
And
the even a single auto attack can do so much damage with the fifth dragon. Even a caster can do so much damage with his auto attacks, his abilities, everything. It just gets buffed up really well with
yeah,
the true damage.
it's basically an extra ignite, isn't it? Basically giving you an extra ignite every single auto. And we also see a frozen gauntlet pickup on the Gragas. How useful is this frozen gauntlet? I've seen it come in use quite a bit. He's already got his cask and his damage. I mean, he's already got so much damage. So is the frozen gauntlet advisable or?
I think it is pretty. I think it should be good, because the slow field gives you enough peel for your carries, and along with the slow already inbuilt within the cast. So you can peel more for the carries. It gives you some innate armor against Wukong and the Corki auto attacks. So I think it's a good pickup this game. But
And
we've
yeah,
all
continue.
and we see Jana has picked up the frozen art. So I think
They're pretty much just looking to slow them down, aren't they?
yeah.
And also the LeBlanc. As a LeBlanc player, would you have already completed your Zonia?
I think no. I think if he's not completed a Zonia, I think even I wouldn't have completed my Zonia too, because he's been doing pretty well this game.
Yeah,
And
he's
I
got
think
12
if you're
kills.
snowballing, it's better to rush a red cap rather than a Zonia,
Fair enough, fair enough.
because the ability power gives you more burst
but
rather than
he's got
the Zonias.
yeah, he's got magic penetration, but I don't see one on the blue team. Sorry, on the red team, except for Wukong and possibly now who has magic resist.
Yeah.
But he's gone for a solid white stuff. What do you think about the Magi's dunk?
I think Magi is not that great. Because if you're gonna die, you're gonna lose half the stacks, which is pretty tough on you. So I think it's not a worthy item now.
Okay, so we see that Clueless Gaming is going for the Baron now. This is a gutsy Baron, and we see Maleficent Gaming just rushing to them, hopefully trying to get it. And the Baron is going down really quickly. The Baron does go down, and Maleficent Gaming, well, we just see Ram is trying to drive by, and he just goes and crashes straight into the Scuttle Crab. The Scuttle Crab just helping out the red team that is Clueless Gaming. And now Clueless Gaming is looking to push out some lanes and hopefully try to get the top and bot tower. Not quite sure how this is going to work out, but so tomorrow when you play Zed or on Team Faggots, who are you hoping to face? Like, who do you want to face?
Well, I think both the teams played out pretty well. But I would prefer Maleficent if I'm going against them, because it's pretty much easy to ban out the mid laner and strategize against them rather than
I
the
see.
AOE based clueless gaming who pretty much get what they want almost every time.
So I see you've got a solid top laner and a definitely solid ADC. Or ADC, that is Chloe, has received commendations from pretty much every single caster over here. And everyone's just been like, okay, this guy is massive on all his champions. Especially when he played Kog'Maw. He got so many kills. Of course, the Kog'Maw pickup didn't work out, but he did get quite a number of kills. So you're looking good on your team, and hopefully you will get a good result tomorrow. We see Graves nearly go down, and Graves might still go down. He does go down. See that Grag is gonna pick up a kill on the Corki. The Corki lives for just a while, and then he gets taken down by the distortion by LeBlanc. Wow, this team is just so tanky. Maleficent is just, and the Gragas is pretty much. I think the Gragas shouldn't have been. Gragas was pretty much, and I think he might just go down. Gragas will potentially go down. So Gragas does go down, and this might be. It probably won't be Clueless Gaming. I think we might see another kill or two from Maleficent. No, Devils just decides to back off. And what do you think about this? Do you think there's a possible for the game to finish just here? Dead?
I think they can finish it off just here with the buffed up super minion. I think they. Oh, never mind.
Bradley
I
just
think,
goes down. Bradley just.
yeah.
I think he made a mistake over there, and I think Sixpus might. Okay,
I think
so
they should have just
yeah.
taken the second inhib and rotated top.
Yeah, I think they
you know,
made a huge mistake.
They should have just taken the second inhib, go back and then recall, go all top, play them around the map. It would have been much more wiser rather than try
So the
to
thing
hurry it
about
up.
this game is, Graves just picked up the Last Whisper. This is a 45 minutes Last Whisper. What do you think about that? It's 45 minutes. It's a last build Last Whisper. When should you be buying Last Whisper?
Well, I think he pretty much picked up the last whisper at the right time. Because there's not much armor being stacked up by the opponents. They just got one Randians on Wukong and just a chain vest on the Nar. So and just hourglasses for the respectively on Morgana and Vladimir. So there's not much armor coming up from the red side. So a bloodthirster would be pretty much better. Better, and he's got a banshees too. So against the 3 AP comp, I think he's got the right items at the right time.
Now, I'm just skipping to the NA solo queue scene where we see players like Hayam Gosu. He plays Graves quite a bit, and he pretty much brought about that build where you go for the Yomu's Ghostblade. But I don't see that happening often now. Like, no one picks up a Yomu's Ghostblade. Why is that?
I think nobody goes for that because they prefer crits more than the ability based damage and the 40% attack speed coming out from the active of the Yomu's Ghostblade during a team fight. I think people now prefer critical strikes at the regular interval more than that.
So I'm just thinking, like, Graves has a static shiv now. Would it be advisable for him to switch to a Phantom Dancer instead of static shiv?
Yes, of course. But I think if he has enough gold, I think he should be switching to a Phantom Dancer now. Because the static shiv is pretty much an early game item for wave clear, magic damage, and it's much more cheaper than a Phantom Dancer. So it's just gonna give you the early power spike needed.
Right. So
So
Thinking back
Phantom
to this.
Dancer
Oh
has
yeah.
more critical strike in it, and you get the passive too. So you can walk through units. So I think he should be picking
Yeah, and
that
you
up
also get the
now.
movement speed, don't you? You also get a solid movement speed.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that is really good. I think Graves might be going for those pots or something. What do you call them? I'm sorry. Those extra
Elixirs,
enchantments. Yeah,
elixirs,
elixirs. Sorry,
elixirs.
yeah. So yeah, he might be going for the elixir soon. He's got 150 gold. He has to make up. So, and we've just got a pause here. It's been going on for quite a bit. SWAT 1, 2, 3, 4 is currently paused. We're not really putting any restrictions. We are waiting for it to come back, and hopefully he'll be back in the next. Get the game on. Already gone 45 minutes past. We've got two other games lined up, or actually three other games lined up. Hoping two other games lined up, and we're hoping to this game as fast as possible. But this game has been very interesting. We see a huge wave piling up at top. LeBlanc is just going up to clear it out, and well, over here we just see the Vladimir going. So what do you think right now? Do you think that the red team, that is Clueless Gaming, should have tried to end the game over there, or instead just got the two inhibitors?
I think I think they should have gone for the two inhibitors and backed out, and just rotate top with all five members on top lane. The mid lane and the bot lane is gonna be pushing, gonna be auto pushed with the super minions. So it would have been much easier rather than to risk a Nexus rush at that time.
And right now, we see that the junglers are going up on their sixth items. We've already seen we actually see a Thorn Mail on the Rammus. So you were saying that the Thorn Mail is not required for this. So what should he have bought instead of the Thorn Mail?
Well, I think you should have just got a Randian's Omen instead. It's gonna give you HP, slow, and pretty good armor. And the Randian slow also stacks with armor. So Ramos already is a armor heavy champ, so it would give you a massive slow.
So now we see some defensive items from Koki, but we've already seen the defensive items from Graves. Do you think that the Graves should have gone for the defense first rather than go for damage? I mean, he did go for the defensive item. Do you think he should have gone damage rather than go for defense?
I think what he did was perfect, because Morgana bindings and the engage from Nar. I think Banshees would have been better. Is the perfect item. Vladimir's ultimate. There are so many things which the Banshee could have negated. I think what he got was perfectly fine.
Okay, so we see a double Locket of the Iron Solari.
I think.
Is that a mistake or is that alright?
I think that should have been a mistake, I think.
We also see the Nar just trying to build some damage. He's going for the Maw of Malmortius. He's got the Hex Drinker ready. He's going for the Maw. Do you think it's kind of late for damage?
Yeah, but I think getting the Maw of Malmortius would really help against the LeBlanc and the Gragas anyway. So
But
it not only gives you damage, it also gives you enough damage when you're running low on health. I think it should be fine. The late Maw of Malmortius pickup should be fine. But picking up a Triforce now would have been completely useless for the Nar, because because Triforce is completely an early game item. So I think Maw of Malmortius can be picked up late game anyway. Yeah, I think it is a late game item, because only in the late game where you can run low and still survive in fights. In the early game you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, you'll just die. And I was just thinking, so we saw a new champion come out, a champion named Bard, was it? So what, like, I don't see many people playing him, but he seems Is he like a strong champ, or do you think he's really set for these games, or what do you think?
I think what Riot's trying to bring in is a new type of champion. He offers utility in a different way, and he is pretty much and he's gift and Riot is giving him gifts when he is gonna roam. When he goes for roaming, he gets many other utilities along with it. I think he gets free small little things roaming along with him, which give him extra
Yeah.
damage when you start roaming, and he has free teleport over the wall. Teleport over the wall as one of his basic abilities, and one more thing is that he can place it is a very completely new type of champion who's going to be offering a lot of utility. He can heal people. He can disengage with his tunnels. He can roam. He can gank. So all in all, it is completely like a Jana and a Thresh. Jana and Nami together, basically. Not a Jana.
I'm just
A
thinking
Thresh.
yeah, Thresh and Nami together. Yeah, but I'm
Thresh
just
and Nami
thinking
together.
yeah, so I'm just thinking, Bard's ultimate. That is not particularly favoring anyone, because I think that Bard's ultimate can be detrimental to your own team. I've seen it. Like I was playing solo queue earlier in the day, and I just think that Bard's ultimate pretty much screwed up a team fight for his own team. It didn't even screw it up for the opponent's team. It screwed it up for his own team, facing your ultimate.
No. Bard's
So,
ultimate is very good. You can actually set up AoE comms based with Bard's ultimate. Let's see that your top laner TP is somewhere far away on a ward, and let's say that you run a comp like Malphite, Yasuo, Kinnen, like that. So you can just ultimate Bard ultimate the entire enemy team. Wait for your top laner to reach there. That 3 seconds do matter. So when he reaches there, you can perfectly combo the opponents. So that's how a Bard ultimate can be used aggressively, and you
fair
can
enough.
also peel for your team
All right,
if
so
you're gonna use it defensively.
I actually really feel sorry for Clueless Gaming, because the second game that they might lose because of a DC, and it's their top laner yet again. I'm not sure why they're not using their substitute. I think they should just go for their substitute, pull him in, hopefully win this game. This is their second game that they might lose because of their top laner's DC. What do you think about this? These DCs that are coming out. I mean, I blame the Indian internet, but regardless, I just think they should have a way to counter this. If you're going to get DC'd, you should have a substitute who will play in your place. Is that not right?
Well, I think there can be a substitute who can play in your place, but Lokesh's tournament rule does not allow that. So I think you should respect the rules made by the organizer. So
Fair enough. Yeah, that is a good way to go about it. If you're gonna play a tournament, especially a tournament at this caliber, you do have to respect the organizer's rules. And I just think that this is poor part on poor reflection of Clueless Gaming and their way of handling these particular games. It's not the first time that they have a DC. They've continuously DC'd. It's not even about. I mean, I'm not even gonna blame them for it, because the Indian internet scene is just that bad. And we have an engage on the LeBlanc with LeBlanc just double distorts out of there. Yeah, so just the Indian internet is just that bad. But I think that people should try to just figure out a way around it. Just hopefully, just immediately, just figure out a good internet place, or just a internet. This is really sad that way to lose. This is not the way you want to lose.
yeah, and I don't see any pressure coming out from the blue team when it's a 4v5. They should
Yeah, I know, that's
just
what
group
I'm
up bot
wondering.
lane, get the inhibitor now.
Yeah, the blue team knows that it's 4v5. It's pretty much like they're waiting for red team to come back, and they're just waiting for to reconnect. And yet again just beat them. This is going to be the third dragon for the blue team. I truly do think the blue team, that is Maleficent Gaming, is move up and take down the bot inhibitor. It's completely open. See the Graves just trying to get a kill on the Vladimir, but tons of damage, takes him out. And I actually do think that they're going for the bot inhib, as advised by IML. Let's just see how this plays out. The LeBlanc is split pushing. Zed, what do you think about this? Should the LeBlanc be split pushing or with the team as a 5v4?
I think at this point the LeBlanc can split push, you know, because it is a 3v5 now. With Vladimir down and the top laner DC, she can.
So
she can push another lane while the rest of her members can get other objectives, you know.
I don't know. And I actually do think that they should just be rotating mid rather than going. I think they should just continue to rotate, take down another inhib, or at least the inhibitor, because they've got the super minions coming down in bot lane. They don't need to protect that tower at the nexus. The only person with the TP on the red team, that is Clueless Gaming, is the Nar, and he is DC. So I don't know what the blue team is doing. I just think that the blue team is taking this DC for granted and they're not using it properly. In all fairness, according to tournament rules, that's how it is. So we can't blame the blue team if they do take advantage of this, but it seems like the blue team is not taking advantage of the DC. I don't know if it's poor shot calling or whether they're trying to get some fair play award that we don't have in this tournament right now. So yeah, hopefully they do take advantage of this. They want to win this and they want to make it to the playoffs, and if they want to make it to the playoffs, they have to win there. I actually doubt that they can. I've actually seen Maleficent game record, and they have to win these games. I don't know what they're doing right now. They seem to be pinging up, and this seems like a way to throw. I think they're just throwing right now. What do you think, Zed?
I think, you know, they should just start up Baron right now. Push another lane and just push top up hard and start Baron.
Yeah, they're not even clearing it out. They don't have a pink ward. They have cleared it now. I always think that you should have a pink ward when you're doing.
Yeah, I think none of them got pink, trinket upgrade.
Now they're just taking damage from Baron. Yep. Blue team, I'm actually quite surprised that they're doing this well. I think that Rammus is going to take the lead now. He's going to start the Baron.
No, actually they're waiting for the bot lane to push in, and you know, after that take Baron.
Okay, that's a good call actually. So that was a mistake on my part. So this is good team play from Maleficent Game. You can just see that Devils, that is Rammus, is shot calling right. I'm assuming that the Rammus is shot calling right now because he's just pinged on the Baron and he has smited out the Baron, prevented the Wukong from stealing the Baron, and I think the Wukong has tried for a cheeky juke on their team by just standing there, but it fails to work. Blue team is just too smart for them right now, and I think they might just push up mid, take down the inhibitor. Might be finishing up. It's already been 15 with the pauses. That's probably more than just an hour, just for an hour, and it might just be time. So what do you think about this game? Do you think the red team actually had a chance in this game, or do you think they?
I think the red team probably should have won if they had their top laner by now, because the way they're playing was actually, you know, perfectly in their favor. The game was swinging in their favor rather than the blue team's favor.
So we just saw LeBlanc just pretty wreck that Vladimir. Morgana just got a 4-man binding, but it's completely useless now. The game is pretty much over. We see both the top lane, the mid lane, and the bot lane being pushed up. You can't protect the two Nexus towers. I think this is game over, guys. And yeah, this is probably game over. They're just having some fun near the Nexus, and yeah, just over the fountain kills. So, well, that was a great game. The winner of this game has been Maleficent Gaming. Unfortunately, team Sorry. I
Clueless
forgot their
Gaming.
name. So yeah, Clueless Gaming has pretty much lost 2 matches because of their Ds. Well, anyways, that's just unfortunate for them. The winner of this game is Maleficent Gaming.